From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New Orleans Saints. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10. They're on the 24-yard line.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 23 yards the pickup there. Nixon with a first down carry. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Let's go. Mark 55. Mark 55. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, Nixon looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's got Cruz complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
First down, Bengals.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He'll buy some time right, and he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Marcus Davenport in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Mike 22, Mike 22. Watch the screen. Pass.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Newton. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
20. Watch twist. 20. Great. What is it?
Back to throw. Newton. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And now it's 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
Ready.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make them...
Throwing again. Newton. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Khalil Mack in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Gun.
3rd and long. It's Newton. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation.
Will Lutz on for the field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Newton to throw. Johnson's got it complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Great.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. On 1st down, Mixon takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A gain there of 30 big ones. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. A draw play for Mixon. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. This is a 2nd and 10.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. To throw is Jackson. He finds his running back, Mixon. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, Jackson. The 20. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. 33 yards that time. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
On 2nd down now, Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
To throw on 3rd down. Newton. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. A gain of 22. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Let's go.
To throw again. Newton under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Mike is 59. Mike's at 59. Not today, you are.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 43. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Ready. 50. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Able to locate his running back open downfield. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. On 3rd down, Newton. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. fielded at the 20. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Mixon. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Past the 20. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Newton drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Newton takes it himself. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it with Kamara, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 5th touchdown now on the year as they are able to cut into that lead. Cam Newton now getting his guys ready to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and run it here. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
He's checking.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46.
Let's go, Mixon.
That good for 22 and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Mixon will try the right side. There he goes again. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Second and 5 now. Jackson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Nasir Adderley making like his Hall of Fame cousin Herb as he gets a hand in to knock it away. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
20.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Now Newton. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 28.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's another first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball. When you put up a token press, make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 10 yards out, and the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
Mixon hit, and the ball is out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now, Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Again, it's Mixon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. On 1st and 10, Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. In for the score. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this try.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. Wide open receiver complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. The shotgun snap for Newton. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on second and long. Newton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Throwing is Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Jackson. Cruz on the crossing route. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta have the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
59, 59. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, pick nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And Owen coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. Khalil Mack in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. To try again after the sack. Newton caught by the tight end Ertz. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Ready, check, 59.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And now here is another interception. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Check right. Watching you drive.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Bengals, the win is number 9 for them on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 others, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. Boy, I went for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the jet.